Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So we'll start off with our next unit. We are done with standard costing, wherein we have seen a question paper also that once you know the formulas, it should be very, very easy. So at least make sure that you're studying two of them. If you find that mostly students say that overheads में बहुत सारे like ज़्यादा formulas है, because labor and material, they are almost similar. Only like you just have to change labor rate variance and material rate variance and quantity and time. Other than that, it's almost the same. So they find overheads a bit more like, confusing. In that case, at least learn labor and materials very, very thoroughly, because if it's not global choice, you just have to really learn only one, or you have to appear only one. So at least material or labor will come, or with overheads, or else if you're lucky enough to just be material and labor. Read both the questions properly. Material may or labor may, the one thing that can happen is they can give you like something for quantity might be one standard, and you might have ended up producing 100 units. So then you will have to convert. Always read the question properly. It will be easy questions. So that's it with standards. And the next one is budgets and budgetary control. Like for a change, we don't have any formulas in this. So just calculations. I would actually ask you to have, when we are doing problems, to have a calculator with you always, because it will just help you in calculations, like calculating it fast rather than doing it on the phone. So yeah, budget and budgetary control. So this is again, like I told you, anything we are talking in managerial accounting from lesson 1, from chapter 1, it was just theory. We learned about why do we need managerial accounting and how does it help in the management. Any of these things are basically functions that will help your management to do better, or do better than the others. You're always competing with one industry to that of another industry, one company to that of another company. So how will each and every one of the marginal costing, it will help you in the function of planning a lot, because you wanted to set your profit, right? You wanted, there were some set profits, desired profit rather. There was a concept of desired profit in your uh, marginal costing. So if I want so and so profit, how many units should I produce, or how much should I sell so that I'll get a profit of this much? So it basically helped us in forecasting, like to know in the future. Now the next one, what we learned was about standard costing and variances. It was more of a control function. That is, in case like we realize that from what the standard we set for material, labor, overheads, whatever, when it really happened, there was a lot of changes or deviations, which we called as variance. So how did this happen, and how can you change with quantity? Again, we checked it to mix and yield, and each and every component of things we checked, so that we can learn where we can control it. If we wouldn't have done it, we would have made a adverse one, or if we wouldn't have done it, we would have made a favorable change. For each and every component we assessed, and we were basically trying out to control our extra expenses. Now budget also, just basically what are budgets we are going to learn, and what is this theory question mein usually aata hai 4 marks, this thing and all that, about what is budget, what is budgetary control, what are limitations of budget. All those things we will just quickly discuss in this class. Then we will move on to our problems. So what are budgets, and also we are going to learn about how do we control them, like what are the control measures as well. Like basically like standard and actual में क्या difference होगा. And control would be like, if I'm setting standard for like let us say 30 units, and if I want to produce 60 unit, according to my standard, how much should be my cost? So budget is something that we prepare in advance. Always remember, budget can be of two types. We prepare that in advance and give. Usually in companies, what happens is budget is prepared always for the next year. Like suppose this is April, like 1st April. Ye, what is the year now? 2021. No, you will be preparing for next year by the end of December this year, and all you will be you will be doing the budget for 2022, right? You will be doing the budget for 2022. And then what will you do after 2022 is over? You will check how much of our budget and how much of actual. This will be a standard. Then once that year is over, that is like actual may what all are the cost. Then we will start comparing. So this standard that you have set, it will, if this was a very good standard, as in like there was no much of fluctuation, there was no much of variation, this standard will continue for all the next years to come. Let us say for 2023. or 2024, 2025, all this, we will take this budget, this particular, which was a very, very good budget as our standard. Now, suppose if it is a very horrible budget and your actual May, there was a lot of change, of course, we will change. We will see what all are the things that need to be changed, where all you can control it and do it accordingly. So budget is usually what you have to understand. It is predetermined. It's already done. For next year, how much is the salary or how much should be allocated to X and Y and Z department? Everything is predetermined in a budget. So when you're talking about budget, always remember this, it is predetermined already, but for what? For a future period of time. It's something that we are taking from the past, but for future purposes. That is your budget. What is your budget for going to so and so places? You're planning to travel somewhere. So what is your budget for that? Let us start saving up, right? If you're going for a trip with your friends, what do you usually do? You usually start saving up. It'll be like, okay, this is our budget. We have to at least have, each one of us have to have 10,000 or 20,000 in our hand so that we can go for so and so trip. You start saving up. So it is basically predetermined. You've already determined that this is going to be the cost. You have calculated your hotel expenditure, transport, everything. Then for what is it? It's not for now. It is for a future period of time. You are going to travel, and for that, this is your like budget. This is what you're setting the standards as. And obviously there'll be some of the other fluctuations, more or less, anything can happen. That is later on. So always remember, predetermined, and it's for a future period of time. And this is again a management policy. There is no hard and fast like our unit costing or like our process costing or overheads, direct material or labor calculations, what we did in cost accountancy. Everything in our managerial accounting will differ from management to management. How one management might be preparing budget might not be the way how another management is preparing. How X is preparing might not be the way how Y or Z is preparing. So always remember, everything about managerial accounting is confined to one particular company. They will make budgets, but the way they are making it would be different. So there is no hard and fast rule about this is the format of budget, like we had a cost sheet, no? So it does not really vary a lot. It's because direct expenses first aega, then indirect, and then etc. etc. It just went ahead like that. But mostly for budget and budgetary control, though we do it, we can do it in any way. There is no hard and fast rule about how exactly you should be doing it. Now, this is basically about budget, predetermined and for a future period of time. Then what is budgetary control? Many a times what happens, whatever you have set a standard, we have already seen this in all, like especially standard costing, we have seen this. What you set a standard and what is happening in actual will be a lot different. From the units that you're producing to the prices or the quantity that you bought, everything would be different. Similarly, for budget, what do we deal with usually? We deal with the most volatile thing ever, that is money. Will keep changing value. What is of 20 rupees today might be 25 tomorrow. It is always fluctuating. So mostly budget is, there is quantity and this thing budget also, but generally when we talk about budget, the first thing that usually comes to everyone's mind is like, money. Okay, there is a monetary change. So just think of it that way. Then what is control? Basically for future period, you are doing it for a future period, so obviously there will be differences. Control is where when you're comparing your predetermined standards with that for a future period, and basically when you're comparing your predetermined standards with that of the actual and calculating variances. Calculating variances. This is where your budgetary control. Whenever you see the word, always use the word variances. If they're asking you a question on what is budgetary control, always check for standard, actual. There is a difference. What is the difference called as? Variance. So we have predetermined standards and then you compare it for a future period of time, which is actual. So calculating the variances are basically nothing but your budgetary control. And then so first, what is it? Your budgets are prepared. Then actual results are recorded. And then you compare budgeted with that of actual figure. And then the management will be able to find out where all they have gone wrong or where all the cost has increased and where all they can cut. Few costs you can always control if it is inside the company cost, not like power shutdown and those things which are like normal losses you can't control, but there are few controllable factors as well. So they can take, management can take what? Remedial measures. Remedial measures regarding the same. Now, objectives, all these things we will just, oh, what is this? I didn't open it. Wait. Okay. All those things we'll just quickly discuss from this itself. I don't want to keep writing or typing it out here. Budget, budgetary control, ICMA definition, if you can remember, well and good. Prepared and approved prior to a definite period. Once the budget is prepared by the accounting department, it is signed. It has gone through, they'll go through everything and it is signed even by the director, approved. Approval is nothing but of higher authority signature to a definite period of time to be pursued during that time for purpose of attaining given objective. So same thing. A written plan covering projected activities of a firm for a defined period. Now budgets can be for a short, very short term. It can be for like 3 months. If you're checking for a new product and purchasing it and all, you don't want to do it for 1 year. You're like, you're very scared about how that product is going to perform in the market, etc. So it can be for 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year. Usually it can be for very short or around 1 year as well. Usually budgets prepared yearly. Mostly in concerns, budgets are prepared yearly only because you need to always check what is the difference and how much cash can be controlled, etc. And all those are definitions of budget. It's a statement. It's for future period. Always remember this. It's for a future period. It's already prepared in the past, but for a future period. Any definition you can take and study this. I will be sharing shortly in GCR. This is definition essentials of budgetary. Objectives we will just discuss now. Objectives and limitations and all this like extra points we will just discuss, and then we will directly go to the type of budget and how do we prepare budgets. Right? Objectives of budgeting control. Budget, so we know why we have to prepare, of course. Like you need to know, like, how much cash should be there with you. You're going anywhere. Budget is not, the term budget is not just with financial firm or with companies and all that. Even in our house, we'll be like, okay, you have so and so event happening. How much do you want to wrap the event in? Do you want to spend like crores for it, lakhs for it, or thousands for it? This is our budget, and we would want everything to happen within that particular budget. So budget as a term, I think it's very easy to understand. It's a very commonly used name as well. But now we are talking about budgetary control. For every chapter, we are talking about management measures, remedial, calculating variances and remedial measures. This is what is important here. Health management and systematic planning and in controlling operations of the enterprise. This is again all management function, like I told you, forecast, planning, control, all those things only we are using out here also, what you would have studied in management in first semester or second semester. But what are we doing here? We are taking it from accountancy point of view. That's it. So objectives are stated as planning. See, it is first step is what basically aim and objective of the business. How much is that you can spend? What is your budget for next year? How much can you allocate? Maybe there is a new product that is in production. So how much can you allocate for product X? And there is already an existing product called product R. So how much should we continue to allocate for this product? How many units of this should be produced, or how many units of this should be sold? Because budgets are of various type. You can plan for, you can make sales, you can make production budget, you can make a cash budget, you can make etc. etc. There are a lot of budgets which we will discuss later. So planning for what is your aim. So first and foremost, it should be what does the organization want? According to that, we will prepare our budget. And next thing is coordination. Coordination is factors of production of all departments. If you remember overheads and other chapters in cost accounting, there were mostly things like, or even stock, FIFO, LIFO, when we were doing, it was issued to one department. It was issued to department X, and so unit came back. It was issued to department B, and from here so and so unit come back. From here it will be given to another unit. After producing, it will be transferred to another unit like S for further production. So there should be apt coordination between, there should not be any kind of wastage. There should not be what they wanted, like how many, maybe S wanted 50 units and B like ended up producing only 40 units. So there is a huge variation here itself. According to budget and according to allocation, it was 50 units, but somehow we could produce only 40 units. So of course there is some calculating, there is some variances, deviations that has happened, and you can calculate accordingly. It is about coordination from one sales to production to accounts department. All this also, like how much do you want to be produced? How much do you want to be sold? Everything must be, or rather budget helps in coordination of these activities and interdepartmental coordination as well. Communication, when you're preparing budget, when you're getting it approved, everyone should know about, okay, if you're talking about production, everybody in the production department should know what is the budget, how many units are supposed to be produced, etc. Similarly, all the employees in sales department must know, like, what is your target, how many units are you supposed to sell, or what should be your optimum selling price. Everything should be well communicated with the employees of the organization as well. It just shouldn't be at the top level budget. After the budget is approved, it should be communicated to others as well. Control and performance evaluation. I hope by now you understand what this is. Right? Variance is highlighted and corrective action can be initiated. So if you see these things like planning, coordination, department and all, very much like all management functions, only they have spoken about out here, but we will be doing the practical aspect of it. That's it. Advantages of budgetary control, please go through this. Limitations. Now this we'll discuss. What are the limitations of budgetary, or advantages do you want to discuss? Advantages of budgetary control. It's an essential tool of management for controlling cost and to maximize profit. Why do we, if you're talking from managerial accounting, everything, basic thing is, when I started with standard costing also, I told you our basic aim of any organization is profit. And how do we get profit? Profit is nothing but sales minus cost. So we analyzed, usually actually in this chapter of standard costing, you have cost variances. We discussed material, labor, overheads. We discussed only cost variances. Actually sales variances we have, profit variances we have. If you are like learning further on about costing and such things, or MCOM and all, you will be doing that. If at all, if you're doing your higher studies, you'll be doing all of it, that each and every variance is analyzed. Similarly, our budget ka aim is what? To maximize our profit. What is the only way of maximizing profit? Either increasing your sales mix or controlling or decreasing your costs. The best way. Increase your sales. If you can't increase your sales, at least try decreasing your cost. If you can't try decreasing your cost, increase your sales. One of these things you have to do. So here budget also, your main motive is profit. Then maximizing profit is your objective here also. So it defines objective and policies. It helps in estimating final need of the concern. All these are not so important. Please read it. And limitations of budgetary control. Now, all these things, like, do read it, because your next CIA that you're going to have after this, that is CIA 2, you will have unit 2 and unit 3 and 4, that is standard and budgetary. That is why I'm sending you the entire textbook. I mean, if at all, if it is not offline, at the rate that it is going, I don't think it will be offline. So you will need all these things then. That's why I always share the entire textbook. Whatever I have, I'm sharing it with you. What are the limitations of budgetary control? Let us see, because all those are advantages. It helps in predetermining, and then you are checking it for a future period of time, calculate variance, remedial measures ho gaya, or uske saath you're increasing profit. All these things are excellent. But anything, if you're checking, you will have certain amount of limitations as well, that everything does not go as planned. How much ever good it is, the limitations are, budgets are essentially based on forecast and estimates. You're always assuming that, okay, next year this might be the thing that will happen, this might be that what will happen, but how accurate would be your assumptions, you don't know. Like, how good would be your judgment? Like, if I'm a person who's making judgment about something, it usually goes wrong. Like, this is personal experience. So similarly, if it is a manager, cost this thing, a manager who's like really bad at making judgments about, okay, next year this might happen, maybe there are concerns, they really thought, like, 2020 to 21, it is going to be our year, like, okay, we're going to do miracles this year, we're really going to, our company are going to, like, reach soaring heights during this year. But in reality, for a lot of people, it did not really happen. 2021 was, or the current year is not really a good thing, because of whatever reasons. Because accuracy depends upon correctness of facts and good judgment also. Corona has taught us that it depends upon a lot of other uncontrollable factors as well. So if you would have prepared budget without taking this into consideration, our COVID-19 effect into consideration, think of any establishment, and this, you can see, you can obviously see that during lockdown and all, the stark kind of difference, or what our economy plunged into. Thus, budget a matter of opinion rather than scientific tool. It reduces the reliability of budget. It is on our assumption. We are assuming that, okay, this might be the figure, because based on, I told you, they'll just take 1 year as the base, usually previous year. So we are like, okay, this year's standard, let us just make it for the next year, next year, next year. What are we doing? We are just taking a huge leap. We are just thinking that, okay, according to this year, it is this much. So maybe for next year and next to next year, it should happen that way. That is not backed by science. It is just backed by our notions. So it is just an opinion rather. So a lot of people does not find it as a very efficient tool or effective tool for management, how good the management is doing or how well the management is doing, because it is not backed by proper evidences. Then there is a danger of over-budgeting, spelling out major expenses in detail. This deprives the manager freedom of action in managing their department. See, usually budgets are prepared. Everybody is asked about budget, as in how much your X and Y department would need, etc., etc. But in many organizations, this is prepared by accounts department, wherein they might not have pure knowledge about what is happening in production, what is happening in other things, because they would be very good in accounts part of it, but production and sales thing and all that, they might not be. So they are feeling that the sales people are like, taking way too much of cash. So they will write down all those things. So that department will feel what? They do not have now the freedom of action. They'll feel constrained right now. They'll be like, okay, maybe we are the department who's spending the most. We need to control. So once you have that control mentality always, you will not be able to spend a lot on other things or concentrate a lot on your own creative aspects. Now, under the fast changing business condition and government policies, budget becomes a little difficult task. Budget may become outdated even before they are approved. This is especially true for regarding income tax and all that. You will always have a provision for taxation as well for many budgets. But with the ever-changing tax norms and ever-changing government policies, maybe they will just ban one equipment that you are using, an equipment you are just using, and they will just ban that production from tomorrow onwards. This should not be, otherwise it causes a lot of pollution, it causes a lot of carbon emission. So the government has decided that to ban that particular product. Now what will you do? You had created budget, you had done everything after detailed study and your opinion, good judgment, everything, previous year's experience and all, but all of a sudden, before it could even reach the top management desk or the director's desk, they have already banned it. So what happens to your budget? It has become redundant already. Not even like weeks or months have passed, it's already become useless. Now, next one is, for the success of budgetary program, all level of management should take active interest in the execution. Not really done. Usually whenever you say budget, it's like, ye to hamara kaam nahi hai. Our sales department would be like, this thing is just to concentrate on what are the methods that we can sell properly. Should we advertise here? Should we do door-to-door advertising? Or how many products should we sell? How do we maximize our profit? These are their concerns usually. While when it comes to, or how well you can tap the customers or the new market, etc., etc., why do we bother about creating budgets? But usually a good budget is always, anything is good always when all the departments in an organization would come together, put in all of their effort, and then try forecasting something for the whole company as a whole. But usually does not happen. As humans, our ego and all those interests would also come in between these things. Now, budgeting may result in every executive just trying to achieve budgeted targets. Thus, budget serve as constraints on managerial initiative. This is especially true for departments like if it is an insurance company, you will have so-and-so people they'll have insurance agents usually. They'll be like, in case if you want to get a raise, in case if you want to get a so-and-so, you have something called as targets. You have to like make 100 odd people, or you have to make 50 odd people join this so and so policy, and that is your target. So what happens to it is management initiative, whatever it was, or management ke taraf se whatever the so and so deal was, we are least bothered about that. We are like our department and our targets. So the entire thing of well-being of the organization and aim and objective of organization is not really given a lot of thought, because budget might have asked you to or set your standards in a different way. Now, preparation and operation of budgetary program is expensive, hence small organization may not be able to afford it. When you're talking about budgets, so far all the points that we spoke about was interdepartmental function and production and sales and so and so all these departments. While it is a very, very small organization, what do we do? Like in our house, for an event and all these things, we know approximately how much we should be spending, but we don't really, write it down in a paper, then check for previous one, next one, all these X and Y and monthly expenditure. If it is, we know around this thing month, how much do you spend? 20,000, 30,000 a month for all the expenditure. We know how much it is, how much we have in hand. So hence budget, since it sounds like, okay, a very good thing, you can maximize your profit, you can calculate variances, remedial measures, excellent. But it is only mostly done in big organizations and not really in, they cannot afford, because it's quite an expensive affair. You need to have people who has got knowledge in budget and budgetary control, who are good at their profession. So usually small organizations cannot really afford it. They would be still doing it their normal way, or the traditional way rather, just having something in your mind and acting accordingly. So it is not universal. Again, it differs from how much cash do you have. Small organizations and big organizations, it makes a big difference. Now, budgetary control may lead to conflicts among functional executives, because every executive may try to get larger share of budgetary, and this is like, I just told you about human ego and all those things that come into picture. Blame others for pitfalls. It was not production department ka fault, it was sales department ka fault, it was not sales department ka fault, accounts department didn't do it properly, etc, etc. So budgeting tends to bring out rigidity in control. Budget once made becomes irrevocable once it is made and approved. Like now, all of a sudden production departments need producing or need more finance, need more finance backup. But what will the budget, what is the budget saying? No, allocated to you is only 1 lakh. So whatever you want to do it within 1 lakh. We cannot give you anything more because this is budgeted and this is already approved by higher officials. So that's it. So what happens? There is no enough freedom for them to produce more. So once production department is not producing, sales department cannot sell. So it basically affects your profit at the end. But because there is something called budget, they were unable to do anything more. They were unable to get more money. The budgeting may lower the morale and productivity of personnel if unrealistic targets are set in and if budgets are used as a pressure tool. Similar to this, it's like you are an employee of the organization, you have to achieve, this is your target, you have to get 50 people to join into this scheme of ours, you have to get 100 people to join into a scheme of ours. What happens to people? It gives them a lot of mental pressure. They might not be really able to achieve their targets, and this is there in almost all organizations, because budget says that this is your target, you have to achieve it. So mostly it is measured accordingly. So what does it do to the morale of the person? It really brings down your confidence. Now, budgeting may hide inefficiencies instead of exposing them if there is no evaluation system. There must be, now, one important thing with budget is there must be continuous evaluation of actual performance. Usually, budget is evaluated after 1 whole year. I told you it can be for 3 months and 6 months or whatever. But usually, it is done after 1 year. Okay, what were the pitfalls? What was that? But as a limitation, we can say that after examining it after 1 year is quite useless. What should we do? We should continuously be evaluating them. 1 month, 2 weeks, whatever. Is it sticking to the standard or no? If it is not sticking to the standard, what we should do? We should revise it. We should revise our budget. It should be flexible enough. Our budget, there are 2 types of budgets, fixed and flexible. But mostly it is better that you have a flexible budget so that we can keep revising it according to what is actual, what is really happening in the economy. We should be able to make changes also in that. A budget will become a mere routine and lose their dynamism unless budget program is revised from time to time. The same thing as I explained before. Now, classification of budget is basic budget and current budget. Current budget is for a short period of time. Basic budget is long period of time without any alteration. So this will have like basic, okay, around so and so is the production department ka, around so and so is the sales department ka, etc. things. So it does not take current conditions into account at all. That is why we prepare budget for every year as well. So this is for short period of time, and basic budget, this is much more realistic in nature. Current, more realistic. Basic means it is for a longer period of time. If a budget is for 5 years, 10 years and all that, there is no ounce of reality to this. What was the price of some item or what was the salary that you're paying to your employee 5 or 10 years back? If you're paying the same kind of same salary to people, what will they do? They will definitely be very, very happy to get off from your organization. They'll be like, you only keep it. Thank you. We don't really need to be a part of your organization. It can be long term. So classification, according to classifications are done according to time. According to time, it is long term, short term, and current year. So long term can be 5 to 10. Like long term mein kya hota hai? It is mostly for top level concerns. Like you're talking about capital expenditure or like assets to buy, and how many, where all they should invest. So all these things will be for what? Again, this again loses a lot of importance because it is for 5 to 10 years. This has got no relationship with current year statuses, but no, mostly for what is it done? Like research and development budget, capital expenditure, all this, how to buy asset or where, which all company to invest in. Those things are done. This is mainly for top management or mostly done by top management, wherein decisions regarding very huge amount of money is to be taken. That is your long-term budget. And in case if it comes classification of budget according to period, usually 10 mark question mein to nahi aata, I think. I forgot to check in the this thing question paper. It's usually for short-term questions, short questions only it comes. Then what are short-term budgets? Prepared for short period of time, 1 to 2 years, and then it can be for what do you say, middle level management. It can be for monetary terms as well, like mostly for things as in textiles and textile industry or kya industry hai, sugar industry or any consumable goods. Basically consumable goods also uses all this kind of consumer good industries. So I was just checking for this. Yeah, consumer good industries. So these things will use short-term budgets, which is a period of 1 to 2 years. Now, current budget it just says like abhi ka current budget. It can be for weeks, it can be for months, and so it is regarding the current activities of businesses. Like right now, how much is your need? Right now, how much? Like for the next 2 months, tell me how much should be your budget. Or for the next week, how much are you planning to spend? Or maybe there is an event that is happening in your company, your annual AGM meet or something is happening. So you won't have a long-term or short-term budget. You'll have a current budget. For that particular event, how much do you want to spend? And how much it should be, how many people are going to be invited, what are the criteria, etc., all these things. An interim budget is prepared between two budgets, right? Maybe for a long distinct period of, usually there is something called current year and financial year. So in between that you want to create a budget. So then that is called as interim budget. Interim means in between basically. And then according to content, all these things are not that important. We will see what are the type of budget. We will be discussing this basically according to function. Budgets according to function. On the basis of function, budget can be defined, classified into operating budget, financial budget, and master budget. So operating budgets are what? It is regarding to the operations of a firm, like sales, production, purchases, raw material, labor. We will be making a lot of them out here. Operating budget may we will make production budget, we will make sales budget, we will be making material budget, production cost, almost. So all these things, all these budgets we will be using. It is also called as functional budget, as in what are the functions of the organization, productions and sales and raw material, and what are you utilizing basically. So it is also called as functional budgets, operating budgets. So we will be preparing these budgets in the coming, whenever we are starting with problems. And financial budget is what, as the term says, it is your cash. Right? Working cap, how much of cash should be allocated to so and so department, how much cash do you have, how much is the cash balance of previous year, and how much, sorry, previous month, and how much is the cash balance this month, whether we have been spending more, whether we have a favorable balance in our account that is favorable, or whether we have an OD or an adverse balance. All these things will be discussed in your financial budget. And then you have your master budget. Master budget is the summary of all these budgets together. Financial master budget is mainly made where it's like, again, master budget is mostly like your top level management. So what it will give you a complete picture. It will have features of both budgets. It will have features of operational budget as well as financial budget. And it gives the top management a complete picture of what is happening in the organization. And a flexibility, this also we have, right? Budgets, according to that we have flexible budgets as well. Like I'm just discussing those things that we will be preparing, like operating, financial, master budget we will be preparing, operational we will be preparing, financial we have cash budget. Class, how long was it that you people were gone? What is the last thing you heard? I was talking for so long, then I just realized that, okay, we are not connected. What was the last thing you heard? Or you remember, or are you all sleeping because it's theory anyway? Where were you or where were we? What is the last thing you heard? Are you there now?
Ma'am, you are talking about top level management.
Where? Which one top level? Master budget?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, thank God. I thought, oh my God. So, okay, top level master budget will consist of these two. Then the next kind of budget is, I'm talking about only those things which we are going to be studying or which we are going to be doing. Out here, I told you we will do sales and production, material budget, etc. And we will do cash budget. Master budget will give us complete picture of it. Will have components of your financial and operating budgets as well. Now we are talking about flexible budgets. This I was explaining. Flexible, it can be two things. It can be fixed budget or else it can be flexible. The meaning of fixed, as it says, it is unchanged. If you are like operating for, maybe your budget was for 10 units and but you're producing 100 units, but your budget you can't change your budget because it's fixed in nature. While flexible is where we concentrate more. Flexible, it says that according to change in level of activity. Maybe you think that your forecast of the organization, you're going to operate at 60% of the capacity of budget. So obviously, what will you do? You will prepare the budget also, or you will prepare the cost also for 60% of capacity. Then the organization ended up operating at 90% of capacity. Now, if you're following budgeting or flexible budgeting, we will adjust it. If you're preparing fixed, we cannot adjust. If it is 60, but if you're performing at 90, you will still be taking cost of 60, which is kind of ridiculous. Like your budget was 60, you're performing at 90, but you're still taking cost of 60. It is height of ridiculousness, but that is why organizations usually tend to follow flexible budget, because according to whatever is the percentage or capacity of your organization, according to that you can keep changing your budget as well. Then business activity cannot be accurately prepared, so flexible budget is much better than the other one. And then difference between fixed and flexible budget is also quite important. Budget is all I think points that you can just read and understand, but still rigidity. Obviously, flexible budget is much more rigid because we cannot make any changes in this, and flexible changes can be made. Cost classification, there is fixed, variable, semi-variable cost. Nothing is done for fixed budget. Fixed budget, there is just one cost. There is no variable cost at all. Everything is like fixed. If I'm saying that I will provide so and so to the labor, even if laborers are striking or even if laborers are doing whatever, they'll be like, no, we have already prepared budget, so we will not move from this. Cost ascertainment, In flexible budget, cost can be easily ascertained, different level of activity. Maybe one department is producing things that are working at 60% capacity, another department at 70%, another department at 80% capacity, etc. So for flexible budget, it is very, very easy. So suppose if you had prepared your budget according to 60% only. But as you see that the organization is changing its capacity level, you will also keep changing however you are working. But in fixed, it is not really, you can't do that. Cost cannot be easily ascertained under changed circumstances if fixed budgets are prepared. Comparison of budgets with that of the actuals. If fixed budgets are prepared, then budgeted and actual cannot be compared because you're not changing again. Fixed matlab you are like 60%, हाँ तुम 70 करो, 75 करो, 80 करो, 85 करो, this is going to be the cost. So what do you compare it with? You can't really compare it with anything. There is no basis of comparison. There is no basis of comparison, but in flexible it is possible. Forecasting of accurate result is difficult in case of fixed because it's rigid in nature, while in flexible it is much better. Fixed budget assumes that all condition will remain constant, which is not really so. Money to time to laborers to other conditions also keep changing. So flexible budget does not assume any such things. Preparation of various budget, we will start from next class. We'll start off with problems directly. Then I'll explain at that point of time what are budgets, how it is differing. As we are doing problems, I will explain. Usually, yeah. So this is, if at all theory is asked, how to do it, or you should know how to do it. That is why I was just discussing the theory of budgets. Budget may at times they ask theory for long question, okay, like advantages, limitations, or else preparation of two budgets. It can be anything according to however they feel like. So if at all if theory comes, I hope you will be able to answer. I'll share it soon in the GCR. I have already shared the other worksheet, so do go through standard costing one as well. 122. 23, attendance please. 23.
Present, ma'am.
24. 25. 26.
Present, ma'am.
26. 27.
Present, ma'am. 27.
28. 29.
Present, ma'am. 29.
30.
Present, ma'am.
31. 32. 33.
Present, ma'am. 33.
34.
Present, ma'am. 34.
Right, 35. 36. 37. 38.
Present, ma'am.
39. 40.
Present, ma'am.
41. 42. 43. 44. 43, okay. 44. 45. 46.
Present, ma'am.
47.
Present, ma'am.
48.
Present, ma'am.
49. 52. 53.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. 54.
Present, ma'am.
55. Oh, sorry, 56.
56 present, ma'am.
59. One second. 61.
Present, ma'am.
62. 63. 64. 65.
Present, ma'am.
66.
Present, ma'am.
67. 68. 69.
68 present, ma'am.
70. 68, okay.
70 present, ma'am.
71.
Present, ma'am.
72.
72. 72. 73.
73.
Present, ma'am.
74. 75. 76. 77. 78. 79. 50. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59. 60. 61. 62. 63. 64. 65. 66. 67. 68. 69. 70. 71. 72. 73. 74. 75. 76. 77. 78. 79. 80. 81. 82. 83. 84. 85. 86. 87. 88. 89. 90. 91. 92. 93. 94. 95. 96. 97. 98. 99. 100. 101. 102. 103. 104. 105. 106. 107. 108. 109. 110. 111. 112. 113. 114. 115. 116. 117. 118. 119. 120. 121. 122. 123. 124. 125. 126. 127. 128. 129. 130. 131. 132. 133. 134. 135. 136. 137. 138. 139. 140. 141. 74,
Present, ma'am.
75, 77,
Present, ma'am.
78, 9 would be absent, 180, and Magdalene.
Ma'am, 45 present, ma'am.
40,
45.
okay.
122 also, ma'am.
49 I saw, Sunita. Right, thank you
122,
so
ma'am.
much, class.
Ma'am, 122.
49 also, yes, right? Thank you so much. Bye.
Ma'am,
Thank you.
62.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, you're present.
122, ma'am.
74.
Where are you people? 74 is present. Okay.
122, ma'am.
133 is present only. I heard you.
Akash, ma'am, he message.
Sorry?
Akash put the message in the chat box, ma'am. He told to check.
122
One.
present. Yeah, he is present only. I have marked him present. All right. Thank you so much. Bye.